Hello boys, welcome to another session of video tutorials. This session is meant for class 11th biology boys, and this video is meant for 27th June 2020. If you recollect from your memory, in our previous sessions we talked about the flower, formation of fruit, formation of seed, and lot many technical words related to them. Now this session will give us an idea how to compress all those, and just like in mathematics or physics we have a formula. So if you just remember that formula, we can describe the whole family of the flower as well as the plant. Now what you are seeing here is exactly that. On the right side of the photo you are seeing a drawing wherein you are seeing a diagram with all the parts like sepals, petals, ovary, anther, okay. And this way of representing the arrangement of all the parts of a flower is called floral diagram. You can see here floral diagram, and this floral diagram is based on the floral formula. So using these signs or symbols we write the floral formula. Based on floral formula we can easily draw floral diagram. So in class 11th we have got 3 families in our syllabus. Let's see how we can write it. Before that, let us familiarize with the symbols. Like what is BR? BR refers to bracteate. Means in a flower, you must have seen with your own experience, there will be small leaflet like structures just under the flower. So those leaflets are called bracts. So if a flower has got bracts, then we say bracteate flower. And next, K for calyx, but don't get duped. Spelling, look at this, CALYX. What is calyx? Group of sepals, the green ones. Now K for group of sepals called calyx. And now C for corolla. Corolla is the petals, the most colorful and fragrant parts of the flower, petals. And then P for perianth. That means if you recollect from your memory, in some flowers I said sepals and petals will be together. We said tepals. So presence of tepals is perianth. And then A for androecium, the male reproductive organ. And this male reproductive organ will have anthers. So representation of anthers is through A, androecium. G for gynoecium, the female reproductive part, which will be in the center of the diagram. You can see here ovary, and inside the ovary, of course, we talked about seed. Matured ovule is a seed, and matured ovary we said is a fruit. Developed ovary is a fruit. And remember we said if other than ovary develops into a fruit, then we say parthenocarpic fruit or pseudo fruit, false fruit, like that. And depending upon the position of the ovary in a flower, we said flowers can be flower with a superior ovary. Superior means up. Ovary is positioned up. Then we say capital G underscore it. And then inferior ovary. Inferior ovary, what we are doing, symbol is capital G above. Above we are drawing a line. Then of course 0 with arrow mark is a male flower. 0 with plus is a female flower. And 0 with both arrow mark as well as plus, then we say bisexual. Both the sexes are present within the same flower. Then actinomorphic. Recollect from your memory, if we cut a flower in a particular angle and we get 2 equal halves, then we say actinomorphic flower. And if you write percentage, then it is zygomorphic. That means you cut in any angle, we are not getting equal parts, then we say zygomorphic. And if we write some numbers and put them in brackets like this, like let's say 5 sepals are there, we say 5. And for sepals, what we have done, K. Now you write K and 5 within bracket. That means that flower has got 5 sepals and all the 5 sepals are fused. They are oraled. Then we say fusion within bracket. Then adhesion. That is normally the petals, that is we write C and then the androecium. So androecium and petals are connected, then we write arrow mark like this. Then we say adhesion. So we are writing C for corolla, and androecium A, the group of stamens. The group of stamens are attached to corolla. Then we say C over mark or arrow mark A. So these are the various symbols that we talk of. And now let's see in our next slide what is that we are going to talk. I said in 11th class we have got 3 families. Family number 1 is Fabaceae. Look at this, and I want you to focus on the floral diagram. This is how we write the floral diagrams. So this is the whole plant, and we are talking about various parts like sepals, petals, androecium, gynoecium, and overall diagram this way. And further, in the next family, we are going to talk about how do you write this. So this is how the floral diagram will be. You can see the placenta here, TS of ovary we are taken, and same thing we are representing here. Okay, so the floral structure and floral diagram will be like this. So you got an axis, okay, you got calyx, and you can see calyx are all joined. There is a something, ring like this, it is connected. Then means we will put bracket. Then we have got corolla inside. These are corolla. You can see 1 plus 2 plus 2, and then androecium, bunch of androecium. Here you can see bunch of androecium, and then gynoecium. So this is how we draw the floral diagram, and you can see the stamens, arrangement of stamens. 1 stamen is free, 9 are fused. That means it is 1 plus 9, the stamens. Same thing we are writing here. So 9 we have to write like a bunch, and 1 separately we have to write like this. Then we say the androecium is represented correctly. And then we go to the next one, Fabaceae. In Fabaceae, the vegetative characters. What are the vegetative characters that we see? Now you can see, I want you to focus on this. This is called floral formula. So in this, percentage. What is percentage? Why are we writing this percentage? When we write percentage, what does it mean? Zygomorphic flower. That is, it is not irregular flower. And when we write 0, arrow mark and up, it is bisexual flower. And when we write K within brackets 5, it is what is it called? K represents the calyx. That means petals. And petals are united. That's why you are putting bracket. And what about C? Corolla. That is colorful petals. Here these are sepals. Calyx is sepals. Corolla is petals. And petals are colorful and fragrant. How they are arranged? They are arranged in the form of 1 plus 2 plus 2, and these two, just now you have seen the diagram. In the diagram you have seen 2 are attached. Then androecium, just now you saw 9 plus 1. And then gynoecium, we have got what we call ovary, the superior ovary. How many were there? Only 1 was there. So whatever characteristics that we are seeing here, see, look at this. Inflorescence, racemose inflorescence, and flowers bisexual, zygomorphic, calyx. All this, whatever we are describing here, you are just representing through one formula. So this is easy. If you remember this floral formula, then based on this you can write floral diagram. You can draw floral diagram. Based on the floral diagram, you can write all the characteristics. Okay, and economic importance. You must always say, why should we study these families? There should be some profit for us, no? So that's called economic importance. What is the economic importance? Many plants belong to family are sources of pulse. Whatever dals we are eating, grams, moong dal, soya bean, all this, edible oils, soya bean oil, groundnut oil, dye, fibers, fodder, ornamental, okay, sweet plant, sweet pea, and some of them are used for medicinal purpose also. So here you can see this is how you can write the formula. And another family, Solanaceae, same thing. First, in order to describe that, we have to write the Solanaceae family. You must remember this as a brinjal family, Solanaceae. And here, this is how you have to write the floral diagram. And how is that you are writing the floral diagram? Based on the floral formula. And the floral formula you are writing based on the characteristics. So this is how the characteristics. So all the characteristics which you are writing can be represented in the form of one formula. This is the formula. See, look at that. 0, arrow mark, plus, K, 5, all the fused, C, 5 fused, A, 5 free, they are not fused. And look at this one. I want you to focus on this. C over A. That means there is a connection between androecium and androecium and the corolla. The corolla and androecium are connected. And G in previous family 1. Here you can see 2 and both are fused. Of course, superior ovary. And then the same thing we are writing about the characteristics. So you can see all these floral characters, and based on this formula we are writing all this. So it is easy. If you can remember the floral formula, you can remember all the points. And of course, economic importance. As said, you must remember this as brinjal family, Solanaceae, tomato family, potato family, and this is a lot of spices like chilies, medicines like belladonna in homeopathy. They use this. Ashwagandha, of course, stress buster. It's used in Ayurveda. So Solanaceae is very, very, very important family for many uses. And come to Liliaceae. And this is the floral diagram. What do you see? I want you to focus on this. Look at this. This is the characteristic of it. And then see the arrangement. And also focus on this. So Liliaceae. Let's see what is the floral formula that we are going to write based on the characteristics. And the characteristics are, first we are giving a list of characteristics, but I want you to focus on this. Bracts are there, and plus means what? Tell me what is plus. When you write plus, it is actinomorphic. Previously family you wrote percentage. Here it is actinomorphic. Actinomorphic flower is a flower that can be divided into 2 exact parts when you cut in a particular angle or a section. And 0 with a plus, that's bisexual, bracteate. And P, look at this. You have seen just now in the diagram, there were no sepals and petals. Here the petals and sepals are joined together. So perianth we said. When both are fused together, perianth, and androecium. And there is a connection between androecium and this. And they were 3 plus 3 and united. And then G, 3. This is how you need to write floral formula. Based on that, it is easy for you to write the floral diagram. And then, why should we study this family? Mainly for economic importance. So many plants belong to this family are ornamental plants like tulip, beautiful flowers. Many of the movies, they go to all the way to Switzerland, acres and acres of tulips, and gloriosa, and source of aloe vera, of course you know it, and then asparagus, vegetables, and medicine that treats gout, that is colchicine. So what you need to do is first try to understand the formulae. First, symbols. So please practice all the symbols. Write on a paper what is BR, what is EBR, what is plus, what is percentage, what is 0 with arrow mark plus, 0 with plus, 0 with arrow mark, what is K, what is C, and then see the characteristics of all the three families, and then based on that write floral formula, cross verify whether you have covered all the characteristics. Based on the floral formula, write floral diagram. Okay, have a good session.